Hello again, we look at the polar form of a complex number in this video. These are the two forms. Rectangular form, you should be familiar with it, and polar form, you only need r and theta. R is the absolute value of your complex number, which is the length, okay, and theta is the measure of the angle between the positive direction of the real axis and our complex number. Let's start. In this video, I'm going to use this calculator, FX991ES plus. So the easy questions in this case are where they give you a polar form and they ask you for the rectangular form. This is an example. We need to write this number into a rectangular form. We set our calculator in radian mode, which is option 4, and then check you see the R there, the icon R for radian. Now just calculate cosine. As you can see, cosine pi equals -1. Now we calculate sine pi using the calculator. Same process. So the value of sine pi is 0. We just substitute. Now we calculate and simplify. We have these two, the r, and then cosine pi is -1 plus I times 0. Okay, just simplify this to get -2, and that's your algebraic form or rectangular form for you. Let's look at another example. Here we are. We just use a calculator to calculate cosine pi over 4 and sine pi over 4. So we get square root of 2 over 2 for cosine pi over 4 using calculator, or you can memorize it actually. All right, and plus I, and the value of sine is also square root of 2 over 2 using calculator, or too many students actually, they memorize it, square root of 2 over 2. And that's your algebraic form or rectangular form. Pause the video and try this one yourself, and then check your answer. So you get the same values, you just multiply by 3. And this is your rectangular form. You can expand it if you wish to. Let's move to a medium level question like this one, finding the polar form for 1 plus I. So in this case, we have to write it on the form r cosine theta plus I sine theta. Just remember, you need to find r and theta. That's all. What is r and what is theta? That's the question. R is the modulus of your complex number, which is the length or the distance, okay, as defined before. So for a number a plus ib, r is square root of a squared plus b squared, which is the distance formula. Okay. Now let's identify a and b in our example. Okay, so our number is 1 plus I. A is the real part. Okay, so the real part is 1, and b is the imaginary part, which is the coefficient of coefficient of I, which is 1. Okay, so b is 1. Now just use the formula and calculate r. So it's square root of a squared plus b squared, 1 squared plus 1 squared. Simplify this to get the value of r equals square root of 2. Okay, now we just need to find the value of theta. So in this case, this diagram is going to explain what we are supposed to do is to find this angle. Okay, so the opposite is 1 and adjacent is 1, and we use the tangent definition for the angle, which is b over a, opposite over adjacent. As a rule, you can use b over a, tangent theta equals b over a. Simplify to get 1, and then solve the equation for theta, tangent theta equal 1. To solve it, just use the function inverse, tan inverse of 1. Okay, and your calculator is going to find for you the angle theta equals pi over 4 in this example. Okay, so you theta is pi over 4, and you're done. You have r and you have theta. So you have your polar form. Okay. Okay, here's another example. You can pause the video and try it. Okay, so A equals 2, B equals 2, opposite 2, adjacent 2. Now R, 2 square root of 2. You might get a different answer, but it simplifies to this answer, 2 square root of 2. Calculate tangent theta, opposite over adjacent, B over A, which is 2 over 2. Okay, simplify to get tangent equal 1. Tangent inverse of 1 equals pi over 4. So cosine pi over 4, sine pi over 4. And R is 2 square root of 2. And that's your form, polar form. Okay, here's challenging question, minus 3, negative 3 plus 3i. So to do this, we do the same actually. We calculate R, which is 3 square root of 2. Okay, you can get square root of 18 by it simplifies to 3 square root of 2. Now to find theta, we use the same process, tangent B over A. Okay, so B is 3 and A is negative 3, simplifies to negative 1. So we need to find tangent inverse of negative 1. In your calculator, you might get negative pi over 4. However, I would like to show you here that that's not the angle we have to take. Negative pi over 4 doesn't fit our number. Okay, let's represent this number, okay, and see if the angle does fit or not. Okay, negative 3, 3, negative 3 on the x or real part, negative 3, and 3 on the y. Okay, so you get your number in the second quadrant. That's the representation. Okay, your angle, this angle definitely is not negative pi over 4. Okay, negative pi over 4, pi over 4 in the first quadrant, and negative pi over 4 is the opposite direction in the fourth quadrant. Okay, that's the negative direction. Okay, so that's what you get from your calculator. To get the answer, you need to add pi to negative pi over 4. Okay, so negative pi over 4 plus pi, and that's your answer, plus pi. So simplify this to get 3 pi over 4. Okay. Take it as a rule, if A, the real part, is negative, your theta should be pi plus tangent inverse of B over A. But if A is positive, you just take theta equals tangent inverse of B over A. Thank you very much.